my first starting out in Cook Inlet waters, which are some of the most gnarly waters in the world.
Welcome to 10 Minute Travels. With me as always is Phil Freeman.
And with me as always is Shane Patrick. Tonight we're going to talk with Mereidi Liebner. She's a boat captain.
Let's get right to it, shall we?
Would you say you're from Alaska?
Yeah, I was born on a village in Kodiak Island.
What was the name of the village?
Port Lions. And apparently I was the first non-native born in that village.
What would bring parents to that place?
My parents were teachers. So they were from Michigan and saw the excitement of Alaska and the benefits of being a teacher in Alaska, if you're willing to go in remote places, was pretty high back in the 70s.
They paid the schooling and stuff like that, and then also a nice wage. Is that?
Yeah, I think they already had their teacher certificates. Or my dad met my mother when she was a freshman in college, and he was a grad student. So he'd already obviously been teaching for a little bit, and they decided to come to Alaska. And they moved to a village on Kodiak. And there I was.
And what's it like to grow up in Alaska? And I know this is a huge question. We may never even get past this question tonight because it's a big question.
Honestly, no, I have a good answer for this one, actually. I discovered it more so. So my parents, when I was in grade school, they moved to Soldotna. Which is like a prime fishing hub of Alaska, and for the Kenai River and the Kasilof and other things, the Cook Inlet and stuff. And I found that growing up in Alaska really screws you for living in other states, because the beauty and the wildness and the things that you're just used to doing being so remote in our state is really sort of, that becomes normal, really kind of makes everywhere else seem pretty lame. Or tame. Tame, not lame. I've been to lots of other, I like Idaho and Colorado and Washington and Oregon.
Later.
Okay, tame and lame.
Tame and lame.
They rhyme.
You don't need to have survival blankets and things in case you get stuck by avalanches on the road. You're out here.
So, how old were you when you started to recognize those differences? Were you a teenager?
Yeah, I was a teenager, probably.
Because you went back and forth to Michigan, probably, so you saw.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time.
What it was like to be in America.
In a way, but like my Michigan time, I spent a lot of time living on a sailboat in the Great Lakes, which has its weather and stuff. My parents had that.
So when you did go to Michigan, which is considered Middle America, you went to the ocean of Middle America.
Pretty much, yeah. I remember the first time going there, in my recollection, I was with my brother, who's 3 years younger, and we got to Michigan at my grandma's, and it was dark. And he said, "Is it winter here?"
Mm-hmm.
Because it was dark in June. And that was sort of the thing. You're like, you're Alaskan when it's dark in winter, or dark in summer.
Right, because you went 15 degrees of latitude south or something like that.
My joke growing up in Alaska was, well, our parents told us to come back when it was dark. So we said, see you in August.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like my first thing. I was probably 12 maybe when I remember that memory. But it wasn't until I really, traveled. I traveled a lot with my family, and we went to Australia when I was 17, which is not a good time to travel with your parents in general.
Yeah, you see what your parents said, right? What it was like to travel.
Yeah,
with you.
and the drinking age there was, and it was one of those. But I did get out. My 16th birthday I spent on an airplane crossing the international date line, so I missed that, flying to Russia.
So you took off on the 16th and landed on the
I took off on
You took on your
I took off on
birthday?
the 2 hours into the night, my 18th, or on the 18th, which is my birthday, when I was my sweet 16.
Technically, your birthday would have lasted only not even a second.
Yeah, and I got over there, and it was the 19th of March. And
So then, where do you get? I mean, how much is it?
I'm actually a year younger than I am now.
Right.
Is
Well,
that
that'll
what
come in
happened
handy.
Yeah,
That'll come in handy.
yeah. Only the real people that know me close know that fact, though. So.
And the 14 people that are listening to this. So my mom knows, and Phil's mom knows.
Yes.
Probably some other weirdos.
Yeah, technically, I'm a year younger than life says that I am.
So back to the boats, if it's okay. And I'm going to keep using boats unless you correct me, because
that's fine. I'm used to them. I've been on them.
there's a lifestyle here. And you were kind of raised on a boat, sounds like, in some of your life. And of course, I mean, what you do now, I mean, what is, you have an official license, right? You've been out on the ocean for a while.
Yeah, I have a 200-ton master's license and near coastal, and a 1,600-ton mate's license with a tankerman's endorsement, an unlimited AB. And it's taken a long time to get there. I didn't go to an academy or anything. I started my way up, got my 6-pack, got my 50-ton, got my 100-ton. As you increase the
How many hours does it take to just get a 50-ton?
Jesus, I don't know. At least 2 years of sea time, probably.
What does that mean, 2 years at sea?
365 days times 2, so 720 days of sea time.
What's a day? 8 hours or 24?
It's 8 hours. So if you work on some boats, you're only allowed by law to work 12 hours on a boat. And they do like sleep regulations. If you're on a bigger boat, it changes. But so a lot of time.
Refresh my memory on
It's been a long time since
coastal.
I've had that. So I did a lot of my first starting out in Cook Inlet waters, which are some of the most gnarly waters in the world.
Yeah,
They're the second strongest tides in the world, second to the Bay of Fundy.
It's like having a playground out on the 405.
That was Mereidi Liebner, and she was talking about being a boat captain, amongst other things. If you want to learn more about that, please check us out at 10minutretravels.com.
We certainly want to remind you to make sure that your sense of humor matches your sense of adventure.